Hey friends, happy new year and welcome back to Sewing from Scratch. It feels like so long since I have filmed a video for you, but today I'm sharing with you a fabric haul, and this is a special one because it's all secondhand. And like, I know some of you are like, you're not supposed to be buying fabric, and I'm not, but you know what? You know who we're gonna blame? We're gonna blame Whitney. If you know Whitney, Tomcat Stitchery, she did a Destashify, well, she's had a few on her channel already. She shared about Destashify and I had to of course check it out. So I bought a couple things. They took a little while to come in, and they've just been sitting here waiting for me to do the this video. So before we get into that though, I did just want to shout out another company, and this company is called Discovery Fabrics, and they have like, they're really into like performance fabrics, like wools that you would use for hiking and things like that. Sorry about the color vibe, by the way. The lighting isn't, it's like really nice coming in here, natural, but it's like my face is very, very white. And I'm wearing a black toque. It's just a whole thing. Anyway, I want to shout out Discovery Fabrics because of this zipper. So my husband has needed a laminated zipper for his winter coat for like several years, and I have never fixed it for him. Found one on Discovery Fabrics website, but the shipping was like $12, I think. So the zipper itself, oh, it doesn't say on here, but I think it was like, I think the zipper was like $4 to $6, but I didn't want to pay that for shipping. If that was going to be the case, then I would have just tried to find somewhere else, and you know the whole thing. So I emailed them, I messaged them, and I said, is there a way we can do letter mail? Like, I will absolutely pay, I just don't want to pay for like an actual parcel when I can just get this letter mail, you know? So she was like, yeah, go ahead, put the order through, put it in a note, and then I will bill you for the letter mail after. And I was like, cool, expecting it to be a few dollars, right? So then I did that, and then I got, did the order and everything, and then I get an email from her saying, yeah, we shipped it, don't worry about the shipping cost, it was only a couple dollars. And I mean, I knew that. I knew letter mail wasn't going to cost very much. She gave the shipping to me basically, so I got the zipper and I didn't have to pay for shipping. So I just wanted to shout them out because that is excellent customer service. I am very, very happy with that. As you can see, I still haven't put the zipper in actually, but yeah, I just wanted to shout them out. So that's Discovery Fabrics. I will have them linked below for you guys to check out if you're into any like sport. They have other stuff too. They have all kinds of stuff, but if you're looking for stuff like that, like more like outdoorsy type of fabrics, check them out. Like so like soft shell, or like I think they carry like a Lululemon type of knit fabric as well. So yeah, Discovery Fabrics. Before we get into the haul, I want to share some pros and cons I have with you about using Destashify. So if you don't know, Destashify is basically like eBay for fabrics and notions and like yarns and stuff like that. So it's all people selling things. So that's kind of the biggest thing for me, is like, I don't want to be buying new fabrics, and I don't want new fabrics being made for me, kind of thing. So I like buying secondhand now. I'm trying to work through my stash and not have so much fabric on hand, and that means not buying fabrics, but I couldn't help myself. I had to check it out, and then there was these fabrics that were like too good to pass up, which I feel like I should just not go on the site, and then this wouldn't happen, which works for everything else except for this apparently. So that's like the biggest pro for me, is that it's all secondhand. Some stuff is dead stock, and then some people are like trying to make actual shops out of it, like so they like buy and sell kind of thing. Other people are just selling from their own personal stashes. Some people go thrifting and find like vintage patterns and then sell those, that kind of thing. Some stuff is pre-cut. I think everything I bought was pre-cut. You can also buy, there are like a few things that come, you can choose how much you want, so that's like a bolt, and you can choose your yardage. With it being like secondhand and stuff like that, is you're going to get a lot of unique stuff, and that I really like that, and like some vintage stuff even, and it's just stuff that not everyone's gonna have. And it's kind of, again, just like, so many of us love thrifting, and this is like online thrifting for fabric and notions and other textile arts and that kind of thing. So when you get on their site, you can scroll through and you can check things out. I really like the way their website is set up for shopping. So you can choose a category, so you can choose fabric or yarn or notions or patterns or whatever, and and you can search through there and see what you want to, what you're looking for. I really like the way that's set up. The usability of shopping is really good. So then you will probably notice when you go on their site that it's going to tell you about the shipping. So you'll see that they have flat rate shipping. So in the US that's $5, Canada is $12, and then globally is $17. And these are all in American dollars. So that's another thing about their site, is like everything is in American dollars. And I don't know that it actually says that anywhere, but that is the case. This is an American company, so that's the currency. So this flat rate shipping we're going to talk about more when we get to the seller side of it, but as a buyer, that's pretty good, right? Like that's your flat rate shipping. So that leads me into a negative about buying, is that yes, it's flat rate shipping, $12 to ship to Canada, 12 American dollars to ship to Canada. However, that is added to every purchase you make from a new shop, or like from a different shop. So I bought 5 things and it actually ended up being from 2 different shops. So each shop I had to pay the $12 shipping to. So it actually is like $24 shipping, right? So I mean, it's not like, it's not as good as they make it look like on the home screen, let's just put it that way. So now the rest of the cons I have about Destashify are all as a seller. So I did list 3 cuts of fabric. They'll be linked below, you can check them out, but it's 3 cuts of 100% wool fabric that I bought as dead stock Italian wool from Blackbird Fabric. So I did go through the selling process. It's really easy to become a seller. It's easy to set up your account and all of that. I didn't find it easy to find how much they take. So it's actually in the frequently asked questions. So that's where you'll find probably most of the answers. I was looking through like terms of service, terms of use, and all those kinds of things. But it's actually an FAQ. So anyway, they take $1 off of every sale plus 15% of whatever's left over. So if you had a $101 listing, they would take $1 and then they would take 15% of the $100, since that's after the $1 off. So another $15. So they would make $16 on that total sale. And then the shipping cost that gets added on when you buy something, that entire amount gets given to the seller. So as a seller, you have to factor in your shipping costs when you're making your prices, and remembering that $12 of that or whatever, you kind of have to assume that it's going to be going globally. But at the same time, you can't, like, I guess you have to account for that in your accounting, but then when you go to, but you also have to account for if it is the lower cost. So like I live in Canada, so obviously the lowest cost I'm going to be getting for shipping is $12. So I don't know, it's not like a perfect science yet, and I know that it's new and it's like things need to be perfected, but you definitely need to factor in your shipping into your price. So when you look at something and it says like free shipping or $12 shipping, like that's not actually what it costs to ship. Like for example, here in Saskatchewan where I live, which is like, it's our province. So if you're not familiar with Canada, we have provinces, which is like a state in America. So our province is Saskatchewan, and to ship something in Saskatchewan, like a regular sized parcel is usually around $25. So one cut of my fabric, which are 3 yards each, or 3 meters each actually, it's gonna be probably like $25 to $30 to ship just in my province. If I want to ship it somewhere else, across overseas, that price would definitely be a lot higher. So if I'm only taking in $17 to cover shipping, I'll be losing money because my shipping is probably going to cost $30, $40 to go overseas. So that's just something you have to figure out if you're going to become a seller. And I don't know if I love the fact that they do flat rate shipping. It's I guess an incentive as a buyer, but again, you have things divided up by shops. So if you like 5 different cuts of fabric and they're all from different shops, then you have to pay that shipping fee 5 times. So it's just, I mean, maybe it could be a little bit more transparent. The way it's set up is nice. It's like a fabric shop, and you only check out 1 time, but I mean, it's still, the shipping thing is kind of a pain and something that you might not realize until you go to buy it. So now when you go to like list your stuff, I don't really like the interfacing at all for when you go to sell. So it's just kind of cumbersome, and like there's things that you can't change once you've already done them. You can't delete listings, and once you do a listing, it automatically posts it. So you can't like save it and come back for later unless you go in and disable it. So there's just like, I don't know, again, it just could use some improvement on the seller's portal. But I think that's the end of the pros and cons I have to talk about. One tip I have for you for when you're shopping is take a screenshot of what you buy, because you could go back to find it later, like when you get your product, and it could be gone because this is all one-off pieces. So definitely take a screenshot. And I think you should do this with any fabric you buy online, or really like any product, because you might not be able to access that listing ever again. And to actually buy these pieces and to like check out, they use PayPal, but you don't need to have a PayPal account. You can check out as a guest. You can use credit card or debit card, or I guess like PayPal. Okay, let's get into the fabric haul. So like I said, I bought from 2 different sellers. So this was from one seller. It is this ivory cotton spandex jersey. Now, of course, we may or may not know the actual content of all the fabrics, but this is what was on this one, ivory cotton spandex jersey. Now my lighting is, oh, it's just because I held this up. Okay, so so this was 2 yards and it was $12. I paid $12 US for this. And I mean, it is thin, definitely, but for what I want it for, which is like a basic long sleeve t-shirt or turtleneck, it'll be great as a layering piece. So it is thin. I'm hoping the quality is okay, but for $12 American for 2 yards, I thought that was a good deal. And then this is like, if I wouldn't have found this, I don't know that I would have made a purchase on Destashify, but some brown leather, faux leather. So this is called nutmeg brown faux stretch leather. Oh, and I'm sorry, I don't have how much. I think it's 2 yards of this. Might even be 3. But it was $19.50. So this actually, there was a sale. I think it was man, did I buy these on Black Friday? I might have bought these on Black Friday. So this was 50% off. So so I got it for $19.50, so that would have been like $39 had I paid full price. And this one I think was by the meter, so I could buy as much as I wanted. And I want this for a pair of pants, probably Megan Nielsen Dawn jeans. I'm thinking like the wider leg. So once I have that pattern fit to me and I'm happy with it, I will go ahead and make myself a pair of faux leather pants. So this will probably be for like next fall kind of thing. I'm thinking of a nice cropped wide straight leg version, so we'll see how that turns out. So that was $12 for the ivory cotton spandex, and then $19.50 for the stretch leather, and then plus I had to pay the $12 shipping on that. Don't want dog hair all over this. So that was that. And then from the other seller, which is like, so this one is called Star Fabrics, so it could be either a fabric shop that is like liquidating, or it could just be somebody trying to get into it, or she could have just made up her own name, right? So this one, I got some rayon jersey, which is this in the coral color. And she has descriptions on hers, which are really good. But this was $9 for 1.3 yards. So it's a light coral rayon jersey. So that'll make a nice t-shirt. And then this is sand washed coral rayon, and this is just under 2 yards, and this was $12. So again, I'm thinking like an Ogden cami, or a like a lightweight woven t-shirt for summer kind of thing. And then I also got this, which is 2 yards of 100% cotton knit, and it has like a yellow and white stripe. I don't know if you can see that. Waffly kind of knit. And I'm thinking, yeah, like a turtleneck or something with this, which I should really get on because it's like, you know, the new year. So this was $13. So again, so $9, $12, $13, and then plus $12 shipping again. So this one, I did, that code only worked for that one piece of fabric. And so the rest of these I paid full price plus the shipping. But overall, I'm pretty happy with what I got, and I'm excited to work with them. Obviously, you like don't know the quality really, so that's kind of like a crapshoot, I guess. But you can kind of, I mean, you know, if you know your brands and stuff, you can find out that, like if it's Art Gallery, or if it's Robert Kaufman, or if it's Lady McElroy, or things like that, Liberty Lawn. So you can kind of go with that. If it doesn't say anything though, you just have to take your best guess. And I think most sellers try to be pretty honest because they want repeat business. Obviously, I think all of these are going to be good quality for what I want them for, and I'm really excited to sew them up. But I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was a little bit entertaining for you, taught you about Destashify, maybe got you thinking about purchasing secondhand fabrics. And notions and things like that. And go and check out my listings because I would really like to get rid of those wools. They take up a lot of space, so they need to be rehomed. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like this video and give it a thumbs up so that other people can see it too. It really helps me out. Thank you so much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!